Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another My Time at Sandrock guide. If you caught last week's episode, you can guess what this is, or you read the title. But today we are going to look at the relationship system in My Time at Sandrock. Before we do that, don't forget to grab your pick hammer and smash that subscribe button to get more resources to Sandrock, Portia, and more games. Now, if you watched last week's guide on Portia, you're going to be pretty similar here. Most mechanics are fairly similar. So let's get into them. Every character has a series of hearts. Now, these ones aren't quite as extensive. You can see there's only 7 hearts here instead of 10 that we had in Portia. But as you build up relationships, you build up new things you can do with them. Talking and gifting are always there. Sparring, maybe, for certain characters, or rock, paper, scissors for others. And as you can see, every character is going to be slightly different with what you can do with them. And as you develop relationships further, you get more and more things. So Matilda, I can't do much here. Yan, as an acquaintance, and so on. So, just like before, if you talk to a character, just chat, you can see you get 1, maybe 2 points to it. You can gift them, and just like in Portia, they're gonna, and most other games, you're gonna have, loved, liked, neutral, disliked, and hated gifts. So let's give her some yak moment. That's a neutral gift. So, like, if I come in here and take a look at one, we don't have yet. There we go. Yes, we have the love, the likes, dislikes, etc. Same as in Portia. This is defaulting here. This one, I have no mods installed. What we do have different in Sandrock is that we can actually see the relationship charts that every character has. So someone like Heidi here, leveling her up will boost all of these characters. Let's see if there's anyone. There's soon. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna have anybody here we can demonstrate it with on this playthrough, because Rocky's it, buddy. And you can see, just like in Portia, the titles will change. Acquaintance at 1 star, buddy at 2 stars. Although even earlier you get acquaintance in this one. And eventually you'll get friend and good friends and best friend and so on. Now, this is, as you can see, still early access, so things may change. They may change this to a 10 heart system like they had in Portia. But also, just like Portia, you can only gift once a day, so make sure you're gifting things you love. You can go on play dates. It's a different icon this time around. You can shoot photos with them, spar, play critters. This is a new thing in this game. It's a kind of a card game. Here you can kind of see it, where you've got like different critters, have it's rock, paper, scissors kind of thing. So this is one of the new things, and you can be like, all right, I'm going to play the board. And just keep going and going and going until you get basically best 2 out of 3. And that's it. You can play that and get relationship boosts. So that's a good way to get a little bit really faster relationship. Also, like in Portia, you have perks you can have. There's an entire social tree over here. So you can get bonuses to, you know, various activities. So like here, there's a 10% chance of getting additional favor. You know, you're not going to get higher boosts of it. It's not like a Portia where you can get up to 100% to get that +1 additional favor just yet, but there are things you can do to raise things. Additionally, let's see if I can find it here. Uh, yeah, unfortunately, the just like in Portia, while the ads can give you more things, they unfortunately do not affect your relationships. So you in Portia only you can get rep. In here, you can also get experience or goals, and you can even combine them, but they're not gonna be relationship values. So things like that are going to be in your social tree. Just keep in mind that it's not all just about improving your relationships. Now, regarding the museum aspect, I haven't seen any of that. Like in Portia, if you had a relic out in your yard or in the museum, people could come and take a look at it and get boosts. I have not seen that yet in play. I'm not saying it's not there, but it's possible that it hasn't been implemented yet, or it may not be implemented. But like, you know, in Portia, if I'd completed a relic and I had like a big relic post here and someone walked by, like delivering the mail, for example, they might stop and take a look at it and, gain the boost to it. So compared to Portia, right now, this is still fairly similar. It's it's similar, but also a little more simplified. There are more things you can do, but some of the benefits that you can get are more noticeable. Like I said, in Portia, you couldn't see the social network. So again, someone like Chi, he's not going to be great for leveling up other characters. Heidi, absolutely. If you can keep her going, she's going to give boosts to all these other characters because this is you right here. And Amira has a few more. Rocky's got a few, and so on. So you'll have characters that you can absolutely get boosts with if you level them up for the various ranks that they'll level up other characters. And just like in Portia, characters give you perks, which vary from character to character. Same with there. Go get your store owners. They'll give you discounts in their stores. You can see some characters, just like Heidi here, can give you multiple perks at the same tier. Others like Chi don't really give you anything. So check out character to character. Romance is not really fully implemented in the system yet. If we come up here to Heidi, character content available early, middle, Amira, high, Neon, high, Grace, low. It's early access still. The game is still being put together. They're still developing a lot for it. So things are subject to change. But get to know your characters, get perks from them, and so on. That said, I will say one thing that is different for Sandrock over Portia. Eventually, there is going to be a multiplayer mode. We had a 1 week long demo of it where we could play through it, and right now all you can have access is a little video, like tutorial, like a trailer kind of thing for it from in the game. As of right now, the mechanics of relationships and all that are the same between the single player and the multiplayer. What is going to differ is the characters. The multiplayer that we saw in the demo took place about 20, 30 years earlier. So characters in the game, in the single player story, who you meet but you can't build relationship with, like Mason, because he's leaving town as part of the story, are there to stay, and so you can build relationships with them. Yen is not the head of the commerce guild at that point. He's still just one of the builders, and so on. So if and when the multiplayer you get around to playing multiplayer, give it a look and see how each character's different and what their perks are. We can't, like I said, I can't pull it up here. Maybe I'll do a video on it when it comes out officially to talk about the differences. Now, just like in Portia, there are a lot of animals here. There's actually much more, as you can see. In Portia, we only had technically 4 animals. You had QQ, Scraps the dog, Pinky the cat, and Papa Bear / Abu the bear. But here you can see we've got camel, we've got dog, a couple cats. There's actually another one up here that, captain, an owl, a raven, a meerkat, and so on. So there are more animals here. Yes, you can, just like in Portia, adopt them as pets. The game's going to teach you how to do it. There's a certain recipe you have to build. It is. Let's see if I can find it here. It's like the animal house. It's basically a dog house kind of thing. Might not be in the table here, but you'll have to build one to adopt them, and there's more systems to it as well. But expect to have to get them up in relationships as well for pets. And again, you can see there's different things you can do. Playing these here. Let's go see if we can find Heidi and see what these others are. Because just like in Portia, as you level up your relationship with people, the more activities you can do with them, that'll help you build your relationship faster, and so on. Let's talk to Justice, see if we can get him to demonstrate. Nope. But yes, you can see different characters have different things. Just like in Portia, you're gonna have different characters have different likes, dislikes, etc. Um, I suspect that just like Portia, for those who you spar with, you'll have people who will dislike sparring multiple times a day and losing to you all 3 times kind of thing. So, that's not confirmed yet. Again, early access, things are subject to change. But yeah, for the most part, like I said, it's very similar to Portia. There's a few differences here and there, but especially in the regards to the information you have. With Portia, you had to go hit the wiki or just wait and see what happened when you leveled someone's relationship up. Here, as you can see, we had that access here. So you go. And the game is much more sociable, as you can see. They've got little events built in already like that. That's just a day-to-day thing. So it's much easier also to find characters, usually. Can't find Heidi right now. So unless she's at home, having lunch or something. I have no idea where she's at. Yep, she's not at home. So we can't demonstrate that, but give it a look, see? Take it out, take it on. Once the game is out of early access and is full release, we'll definitely have to come back and demonstrate more and see what changes between now and then. But absolutely, get to know your villagers, the people of Sandrock. Your your whole game is gonna benefit from it. Different characters will have the different perks. Some it's just giving it stuff in the mail. Some like Heidi, it's discounts. Mion as an example, you get bonus stamina. If we come down here to Justice, gives you bonuses to attack and health, crit chance from pen, and so on. Different characters are going to give you different benefits. You know, Yan gives you extra commission or extra goals when you get commission at Buddy. Matilda gives you more reputation points after completing the commission, and so on. Every character, for the most part, has good stuff. You know, I mean, there are some like right now who have nothing at all, so definitely don't expect much from the animals. And as you can see, there's still a bunch of characters I haven't found here. So that is it. Keep in mind that just like Portia, you're going to have characters, and I kind of touched on this earlier, that are named characters. You can interact with them, but you're not going to get relationship points with them. The earliest example that you're going to run to is, of course, Mason. He's on retiring. He's on his way out. After a few story quests get completed, he's gone from the game for good. Just like in Portia, we had the guy that was there at the Commerce Guild for your inspections every weekend that you could talk to and wouldn't give it, any relationship points. And other later characters as well. You'll have characters from Portia. Mint shows up for a brief portion of the story here before going on to Portia. So you can interact with him and all that, but you're not going to see him in your relationship system here. You're not going to get perks or relationship benefits from them. So keep that in mind. If they do not show up in here once you've met them, and when you meet them, they'll probably have that little pop-up system on it. But even some of those characters like Mintu, you'll get to know them, but you won't build relationship with them. Are characters that you're gonna have that. So if you're wondering, hey, can I build a relationship with this character? Go into your relationships tab and find out. And you can even break it down to your stuff. You can see your stuff, your buddies, your strangers. There you go, RVO. Let's see if we can get him benefited because he's real close. And he's got a little network there. Not a great one. Since we couldn't find Heidi to demonstrate some of this stuff. Because, every character has their own schedule and does what they want to do, and sometimes it's not always obvious. But RDO runs a shop, so he should be around here somewhere. Keyword being should. Yeah, that's another thing you'll notice is shopkeepers don't necessarily have to be at their shop for you to buy. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to demonstrate some of those today, it looks like, because characters are missing. But we'll come back to this again once the game is not, or is out of early access and is fully released. And we'll see what's changed and what's still the same, and give you some better demonstrations of some of these systems. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see more of from Sandrock, or even other games that we're covering. We're covering Portia, Sandrock, Rune Factory is our big three right now, and we do streams twice a week, or once a week now. We'll get back to twice a week hopefully soon. In the meantime, I'll see you guys next time. See ya!